Good luck, everybody.
Count to three, I don't know, in 10 seconds.
The plan is working.
9,
Let's stick to the plan,
8,
but get ready
7,
for change.
6, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Run the ident. Good luck.
15
Have fun.
seconds. Counting down to 1 now in 10 seconds.
Come
9,
to camera 22.
8, 7, 6, 5 seconds. 4,
Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Go 22. Cue Sophie.
Hello, good morning. Live
LVO
from
next.
Westminster on this historic day. Labour has won a landslide victory in the general election.
Lovely,
Keir
Matt.
Starmer is to become the UK's next
Wipe.
Prime Minister.
Cue.
He'll run the country with
Grab
one of the
next.
largest ever parliamentary majorities, becoming the first Labour leader to win a general election
Let's do the
in
wipe.
almost 2 decades.
Wipe. Grab here. 10,
Today we
9,
start the next
8,
chapter.
7.
Begin
Our
the
country.
work of
6,
change,
5,
the mission of
4
national
on cue
renewal,
early. 3,
and start
2,
to rebuild our
wipe,
country.
and cue.
Admitting
Sunak grab
defeat,
next.
Rishi Sunak said
It's 9
voters had
seconds.
delivered a damning verdict
On a cut.
on the Conservative Party after 14 years in power.
Cut. 9,
The British people
8,
have delivered a
7
sobering
for the
verdict
loss.
tonight.
6, 5,
There is much to learn
4,
and reflect
3,
on,
2,
and I take responsibility for the loss.
wipe. Cue.
In one of the most dramatic moments of the election, the former Prime Minister Liz Truss loses to Labour.
Wipe. Cue.
Penny Mordaunt, Grant Shapps, Gillian Keegan and Jacob Rees-Mogg were all also voted out as a record-breaking 11 cabinet ministers
Wipe.
lose their seats.
Cue.
It's been a big night of success for the Liberal Democrats. Sir Ed Davey celebrates their best results in recent
Wipe.
history.
Cue.
And Reform leader Nigel Farage says he's coming after Labour after winning a seat in Parliament at the 8th
Wipe.
attempt.
Cue.
In Scotland,
Ed Conway is
a hugely
next.
disappointing night for the SNP, who fall victim to a resurgent Labour Party north of the border.
Stand by, Ed. Wipe. Cue, Ed.
We will have full analysis
Sophie's
of the
mic
general
next.
election
Live
results
wiping to
here
OS2.
through the day
Interesting
on Sky
shot,
News
but
and
it's fine.
what it means for the political parties.
And wipe. Cue, Sophie. Oh,
Well,
just
this
in
is
time.
a scene in
Amazing.
Downing Street this morning, where later today we will witness only the second change
Come to
of
camera
government
2.
in 27 years.
And wipe. Cue. Start pulling out. Stand by with the
Keir
audio
Starmer,
sync out.
set to become the first Labour leader elected Prime Minister at a general election.
Stand by
since
with the
Tony
audio
Blair's
sting.
landmark
Animate the AR.
victory in 1997.
Run the sting. Come to 22 on a wipe. Wipe. And cue Sophie. Great open as well done.
Hello and good morning from Westminster. On this historic day for the United Kingdom, Labour has won the general election in a landslide victory.
Coming to
And Sir Keir
the
Starmer
state of the
will become
parties
country's
next
Prime
on
Minister.
the jib.
Second
Wipe.
only to Tony Blair's in 1997.
Animate.
Well, if you're just joining us, it is time to look now
Live
at
shot of
the
Downing
numbers.
Street
We have
eventually.
got some results still to come in, I should say. We'll bring them to you as soon as we do, but just look at that in the centre. Sir Keir Starmer, Labour won so far 409
22 go wide.
seats, more than doubling
Downing
the
Street live shot
202
next.
they won in 2019
Wipe.
as well.
Here's
So
Downing
good night
Street
so
live.
far for the Green Party. Well, this is the scene live in Downing Street. At some
we
point
get
this morning,
comms to
we
OS1,
are expecting
please?
to hear from Rishi Sunak. Travelling down from his North Yorkshire constituency, he will be speaking in number 10 for the
Come to camera
final
22.
time.
We're fine. Camera 22 and cut.
He's
Cue.
going to be moving very
Two
quickly
shots
today. The
on.
transfer
Oh, that's
of
fine.
power
23,
in the
24.
United Kingdom
Coming to
is a
23
pretty
next,
brutal
then
business.
24.
All day here on Sky News, we're going to be discussing the outcome.
This is just
of
an
this
intro,
historic
not a
general
chat.
election with our
Come to
panel of
23.
guests. In this hour, we're going to
Cut.
be joined by the veteran Labour politician Dame Margaret
Come to
Hodge
24.
and the Conservative peer Baroness Nikki Morgan.
And 24.
Both here with
Wait
us.
for
Also with
it.
us
Cut.
throughout the day, two people who shouldn't really
Come
need
to
much introduction
22.
from me, our deputy political editor Sam Coates, and a very familiar face to Sky News viewers, our election analyst.
Throw to Ed Conway
And we'll
next.
have
Throw
more
to Ed.
Right, let's go to Ed
And
Conway,
wipe.
shall we, who
You're
has
in
been
vision,
up all
Ed?
night crunching all of the numbers for us. Ed, what's been happening?
Cue Ed.
I mean, it's been an extraordinary night. The
Ed, if
political
you can talk to
geography
the
of this
co-director,
country,
that'd
for
be
one
fab.
thing, has
Great.
changed. Just look
Okay, top
at how
shot
much
next
red
from
we're
Andy.
talking
Coming to
about
2.
across
Cut.
this country, constituencies that were once blue. Remember this?
Tilt up.
Used to be called the Red Wall, then it turned blue, and now it's red all over
Love
again.
it.
Look at Scotland.
Come back,
Just
tilt
look
up to
at what's
Scotland.
happened in Scotland,
Oh, Andy, all
which
over it,
used to
man.
be painted almost completely
Come to
yellow
6.
for the SNP,
And cut.
and now
There you go.
essentially
I'll stick on
there's
this
a lot
Steadicam
of red
now.
there for Labour. Is that there's the Labour
By
Party
someone.
going way over the line
Yes.
with this thumping majority, this landslide majority in the Commons, and of course there's still more to come. And it's worth actually just focusing on that question of how many votes they needed.
But I leave this job honoured to have been your Prime Minister.
So let this breathe.
This is the best country in the world. And it is thanks entirely to you,
And then,
the British people,
then a quick word from
the
Beth.
true source of
Yeah.
all our achievements, our strengths,
I'm not going to show the king
and our
yet.
greatness. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, let it breathe. Let it breathe. Don't say anything at all. Push it a bit more, Sam, if you can. I know there's not much incoming. That's it. This is all fine. He might get clapped as he goes. Hopefully. Hold your nerve. It's all good. Make sure OS1 is not faded up yet. I think once he goes out the gate, I think that's probably the time to start talking. And mic's in. Cue Sophie. And a quick word from Beth.
Your anger. I take responsibility for this loss. A deathly quiet Downing Street as Rishi Sunak makes his final speech as Prime Minister.
Sophie, this is the king going back to the palace earlier.
Travel to Buckingham Palace. We can see there the king
going back.
travelling back to Buckingham
Not
Palace.
long ago.
Earlier, not long ago. Let's bring in now, shall we, our royal commentator.
18
Alistair
next.
Bruce,
Oh,
who
it's
is with us.
18.
It's
Buckingham
a
Palace
day
live.
of
Or the Mall.
huge history
Just wait
today,
for
isn't
this
it? We
though.
have the
Let's
political
let this
moments,
conclude.
and then of course we have
10
the
seconds.
constitutional
So
moments
this is
as well.
live next.
It's so brutal how fast this happens.
Wipe. Don't
Over
worry.
the next
on the
hour,
live
we're
shot
going to
now.
witness the constitutional
Possibly
handover
OS12
after
next.
the
Just
nation has
Central
made
London
its
live on
decision,
this.
and the King, as head of state,
Central
will
London live.
give effect to the nation's choice by taking executive government
Nice
from
flip-flops.
one Prime Minister and handing it to
Put
the
OS12
other.
on preview just in case.
The
That'll
King
be the very
returned
last
from
thing, Tesha.
Windsor
It won't be that one.
earlier today to London, and he will shortly be at Buckingham Palace in order to receive. And it is
OS12
a very
next.
simple process.
Cut. Well done.
He will be
Still Central London.
ushered
Stand by with
ultimately
the
into
Buckingham
the
Palace
King,
bug shortly.
and
OS16
he will be ushered in
next.
as Prime Minister.
If it's usable, this is the best
The
shot
King
though.
will undoubtedly have some
This is great.
reassuring
Stick with
words
this.
and much gratitude to give someone who has
If,
served
when he goes through the arch,
as
it'll be 17. But
Prime
let's stay
Minister
here for now.
the majority of the King's reign. so
Probably
far,
OS16 next.
and then will formally
When he gets
ask
closer.
the advice of his demitting Prime Minister,
Go to OS16.
who,
Cut.
as sovereign, he should call to take his place. Of course, we all know what that advice will be, but it is a formality. And then is
OS17
the
next.
King returning to be
Soon as it
in
comes through
place
the arch.
in order to
Cut.
be ready for the Prime
Beautiful.
Minister when he
Well
arrives.
done.
We expect the meeting to be around 20 minutes. Is that usually the amount of time that it takes?
Well, of course, and it's entirely up to the King, who is a very, very warm-hearted, chatty man, and he will want everyone to be made
Fine.
comfortable. So, arriving here, the footman will come forward to open
OS15
the doors.
after this, once he's
and
got
the
out.
King's
Not for
Secretary,
ages though. Let's just
Commander
pause.
Will
Stand by to
Thornton will
push the
receive on
effects on
behalf of the
17 as he
King
gets out, such as
the
they
Prime
are.
Minister.
Alistair, pause there. Let's just listen as he walks in. Door shutting. Oh, well done. Nice one, Sam. And mic in.
And always
Mix. Lovely.
They worry about populism, They worry about disaffection, disillusionment, and people feeling that politics is broken and Britain doesn't work for them. If they don't tackle it, all that will happen is reform will grow and really begin to eat into their support. So I think that might be a theme of his speech too.
OK, thank you very much indeed, Beth. Good to see you got a brolly with you, always prepared. Beth Rigby there in Downing
OS2
Street.
full frame next.
Well, if you're joining us now, we currently don't have a Prime Minister after the King accepted the resignation of Rishi Sunak after
lots of people assembling. Who are they? Sam Coates and Bolton.
The Conservative Party.
We'll
of course be following Keir Starmer from his home in Kentish Town, where he might have had a few moments rest before his big day, a few cups of coffee perhaps before entering the most important moment of his life.
He could be one of the most consequential prime ministers this country has seen. He could go down in history on the lines of someone's filming them and they're having a little cheer, but along the lines of
Alistair, Sophie's going to get Sky Showcase to opt out in about 3 minutes, just so you know what's going on.
It's a huge achievement, and they're here to watch it and to celebrate.
Yes, thank you very much.
17 on preview.
We are seeing the changing of the guard in Downing Street playing out.
Take the bug off, take it.
Umbrellas.
This might be Starmer arriving. I don't know, but it might be.
We believe this may be Sir Keir Starmer arriving at Buckingham Palace.
God, I hope so. Alistair's mic as well here. It'll be embarrassing if it's not. Prepare to see me sacked. Oh, thank God for that. See if we can hear them. Yeah. And stand by with Alistair's mic. Alistair's mic in.
How about that?
Here he is.
Coronation, and here comes the new Prime Minister.
Okay, let this breathe. Mike's out for now. No one else is going to say anything now until the car drives off and then Alistair picks up. And after Alistair's final line, we then bring Beth in, who will be on OS 1. Oh, this is a great sound, isn't it? As he turns around, Alistair's mic in.
The Prime Minister of the United Kingdom making his way to the challenges that lie ahead with the authority given to him by the King. What we have witnessed at Buckingham Palace has been the head of state, His Majesty the King, taking from Rishi Sunak the authority of head of government and passing it in reflection of the nation's choice at the first general election of his reign to Sir Keir Starmer, who carries that forward. It has been a constitutional pause where the King has given effect to the national choice.
Let's hear the cheers. OS 19 next on the cut. Oh, wait for it. And cut. Central London, yep. Lovely. Right, let's look out for it on OS 18 maybe. Fade out Alistair. We're going to talk to Beth next. Go to OS 12.
Well, Keir Starmer...
Stay here. This is better. OS 18 next. OS 18 next.
Well, Keir Starmer
and
is now Prime Minister. The first day of the rest of his life. Only 57 people experiencing it before, and really a remarkable rise for a man who only became an MP in 2015. He's got the mandate now.
Yes.
He's got the majority. The question is, what is he going to do with it? Because I'm sure even the new Prime Minister himself would admit
so the next
that he
thing will be
faces
OS
a very
2
difficult
with a Downing Street
and if
live
there has been a criticism of the man who now goes to Downing Street, sitting in the back of that car alongside his wife Victoria.
Is it timed?
It's that he's been slightly unknowable, slightly impenetrable. Will we learn a bit more about the vision of the man who now certainly has the majority to drive through real reform?
So Downing Street will hopefully change to the gates.
The future of
or
the
even
United
Whitehall
Kingdom.
if there is one.
Beth Rigby, our
Sound
principal
from
editor, is
OS1.
in Downing Street. She is awaiting the arrival of that car.
Just audio only, OS1.
Yeah, and Sophie, this really is
sure.
an extraordinary moment, and I think we should just take a moment to take in what is happening. He has won a majority after 14 years out of power. There has only been 3 handovers of power since 1979, this being the 4th.
Eventually the audio will be OS2, Sam.
In the country's history. It's an incredible achievement for Sir Keir Starmer. He now has a majority that is bigger than 2001, Tony Blair's second administration. He's become only the second person to win 400 parliamentary seats in the post-war period, so in over 70 years. It really is quite an astounding victory and a real inflection point for a country where there is a whole generation of people that will not remember a Labour administration. Young people that won't remember a time when Labour ruled the UK. We don't change power in this country particularly often. And when you look at the past century or so, the Conservatives have been in office much more than Labour. Something like, in the past, since 1918, it's something like over 100 years of that has been under, of those 100 or so years, about 30 years of those have been Labour administrations against about 70 for the Conservatives. So it gives you a sense of the scale of the achievement and also the way it might feel the country could change. And yes, there will be questions about how will he govern. Goes into the Hall of Fame with MacDonald, Attlee, Wilson, Blair, and now Sir Keir Starmer. He's the 7th Labour Prime Minister that this country has had, and as I said, he will hope that he can have a decade in power if he uses this majority wisely and if he delivers on some of the promises that he has made the British people. And I think from the get-go, that is going to be their aim and endeavour.
Thank you, Beth. Well, as Beth was saying, we are awaiting the first speech
where's the chopper? OS19 preview.
Sir Keir Starmer. We are watching
he's going to get back in the car. Thanks, Sam. Good intel.
Of number 10. Keir Starmer today becoming the 58th Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Just 6 of his predecessors have been Labour politicians. So this does not
Here he is. He's getting back in the car.
You can see there Sir Keir Starmer and his wife
Victoria
if we've got
Westminster, that's
holding
preferable.
hands and getting back into that car.
The next one will be Downing Street. Brilliant.
They're leaving Admiralty House.
Lovely, Sam. Thank you.
They're back in the car. And now the very short drive, we believe, to number 10 Downing Street, where the supporters have been patiently waiting, waving their flags.
Here we go.
Beth Rigby is awaiting that car. Beth, he started driving. He's going to be with you soon.
Yeah, we're going to have him here shortly. And as you said,
here he comes.
He's only the 7th Labour Prime Minister.
As soon as he gets to the
He's won an absolutely astounding majority. He's crushed his opponents. He always said to me he was ruthless, and he really is. They ran a strategy to target marginal seats, not to pile up votes in seats where Labour were already winning, and they have executed this with absolute precision. He has not got a huge vote share. He's got nothing like the vote share that Tony Blair won in 1997. But he has also perhaps been the beneficiary of tactical voting. The cheers are up. I think the car is coming in. Keir Starmer's coming in.
Let's listen to the effects. Change onto Downing Street and cut. Keep the bug on. Push the effects on OS2. Take all the mic sounds. Stick with this. Everyone's mic is out. Here he comes. He's going to walk up the street. descent is getting out. Oh, what a great shot. I know, but this is like, here he is, shaking hands. I've never seen him smile before. This is a brilliant shot, isn't it? Working with the Steadicam, good call. How long do you think his speech should be? Stay with this. Eventually he'll get there, and eventually he'll do a speech. So good without any commentary. Don't be offended anyone. But this is the moment. So sound from OS2 still when he makes his speech. Here we go.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Our work is urgent.
We're not doing openers, are we?
And we begin it today.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Right, let's hear the applause and everything. Stick with it. Don't need to hear anything yet. Right, we are in the 12, everybody. No need to say anything yet. Keep that in, please. We're not doing overs, are we? And into the slab. Fine. Okay. And that's where we score. Yeah. Want to hear anything yet? Okay, it's fine by me. Yeah. suppose once they go in, really, isn't it? Mike's in. Maybe as the door closes, I think. Oh, okay, no. Let's stick with this. Yeah. Now where's he going? Oh, okay, Mike's in. Cue.
And there we have it, the very first speech of our new Prime Minister.
Well done. Sophie, you're a star. See you soon.